LLAMA 3.2 has opened up so many possibilities and have resolved such a big problem for me that I hope with this video I'll be able to give you some directions and a proper tutorial to help you get started with LLAMA 3.2. This is going to be the most comprehensive tutorial on LLAMA 3.2. But as you can see, it has been able to fetch the information from internet, and it's able to show us what all things that was actually launched on the MetaConnect 2024 conference. For the first time, it might take some. Oh, it was very fast. I see a llama wearing sunglasses. If I could use some kind of vision models, which will take a look at the screenshot, and then it will rearrange things for me. And as you can see, it's working. We will quickly brief about what all LLAMA 3.2 multimodal model have been launched yesterday. I think this is probably already a bit of late news. You probably have got this information, but I'm still going to walk you through for someone who is new to this or who doesn't know about it. So that will be a very brief section. And then I'll show you how you can run the LLAMA 3.2 on your local computer. So I'll run it in my local in this Windows machine, but I have a very poor GPU, so I could not fit the multimodal 11 billion 90 million model in my local GPU. How you can actually rent a cloud GPU for cheap with discounts if you stay tuned till the end of the video, and how you can run it on your cloud VM. And finally, we will solve a real life problem that I do usually face, and I couldn't find a good model previously or good way forward previously to sort that out, and I'll show you how with this new LLAMA 3.2 model I have solved that problem. So please stay tuned, because this is going to be the most comprehensive tutorial for you and where you will learn a lot. And yes, each of these will be timelined, so that means if you are interested in one particular section rather than the other, please feel free to go to that section and then watch that particular section. Okay, so a lot to cover. Let's not waste any more time and let's dive in. So for those of you, LLAMA 3.2 is a new thing or a news to you, let me quickly brief you through what are the models that have been introduced and launched yesterday by Meta. So Meta have actually launched 4 open source model yesterday. One was LLAMA 3.2 1 billion parameter model and 3 billion parameter model. These are meant to be running for on device like your phone or your tablet or on those bits. And I think in their Meta launch program they have shown how they are running it on the Galaxy S24 Plus or S24 Ultra something. And then they have also launched this multimodal 11 billion and 90 billion parameter model. So these have vision capabilities. That means you can upload an image, ask questions, and it will be able to still answer. So this is what is the game changer, I think, and I'm going to show you how we are going to solve specific problems with this model. How to get access to the model? You can actually access to the Meta's page, and the easiest way is to go to the Hugging Face, and you will be able to see these models here. So you will see the 11 billion vision models, and you will see 90 billion vision model, and you also see the 3.2 1 billion 1 and 3 billion parameter model as well. The interesting thing is, if you want to access these models, so you have to actually do a review and request for access. There is not a lot of requirements, it's just you fill up your details. One of the important bit is this affiliation. Here you have to put your company name or the business name for which you want to use the model. Okay, so just put a company name or a business name there and select the job title, submit it. Generally it is taking around 1 to 2 hours to get it approved. That's what happened with me. So I submitted it, and within a 1 hour period this was actually approved. So that's about the model structure. Now I think it's time to run the model. Again, 1 billion and 3 billion is the text model. So I think I will run the model locally, the 3 billion one, and we will use LLAMA. Now I'm just feeling a bit lazy, and especially with this overhead on my head. I don't want to just use terminal and all the stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a very easy way how you can actually install and use LLAMA 3.2. So I am going to use Pinocchio. Now, if you do not know what is Pinocchio, Pinocchio is a sort of an open source utility or open source project where you can run this program, and using one click you can actually install many of the AI ML projects. Like they have Face Fusions and Whisper Web UI, and there are so many others. You can actually check out the project. This is completely free to use, and this actually helps a lot, especially on my Windows machine where I already had a lot of Python environments for different projects, and I was getting this weird issue whenever I'm trying to install a new Python project. Okay, so with Pinocchio, it actually manages its own environment for each of the application or script that you run. Okay, so that is the best thing actually. Now, what you need to do is just click download and download the Pinocchio. So there is this installation guide, and download it from there. I have already downloaded it and installed it. I'm not going to do that. It's very simple. Anyone can actually do that. Otherwise, just follow the documentation. And then once you download it, just run the Pinocchio. So I'm just going to run Pinocchio app. And once you run the Pinocchio app, this will take a bit of time for the first time when you install, but just please do that. That will actually ease your life a lot in going forward. Okay, and the app is started. All you have to do is go to this discover page, and in the discover page you will see something called open web UI. So if you can't see it, just search web, and you will see this open web UI option. So click open web UI and click download, and this will ask you to actually save in this folder. And once you do that, what it will do is, I'll just show you very quickly. So here I have installed Pinocchio, as you can see, and in the API folder it has actually cloned the open web UI repository, the Git repository, and it has done all the installation based on the requirement and their setup script. And then once you do that, it will also ask you to install the LLAMA. If you have not done it, I already had LLAMA installed, and it's very straightforward. So if you go to the LLAMA homepage, now you can actually download LLAMA in Windows machine directly. Earlier we had to run WSL, and within that we had to run it, or we had to use Docker, but now they have also published the Windows executable. So use that, and once you do that, you can actually just install the Pinocchio web UI. Yeah, you can actually just click download and it will work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the home page, and I've already installed it. I'm just going to go there, and I'm going to start the open web UI. Let's click start here. Just make sure that you have already done the previous steps, and also make sure you have already downloaded and run the LLAMA. As you can see, it is running for me. Now, as you can see, the web UI has started, so we can just click here, open web UI. And because I have already logged in before, it's directly logged in, but for you it will ask you to sign up. So please do the sign up first. And then before we proceed, what we need to do is, I'll just quickly show you some capability that you can actually do with open web UI. So the first thing is, if you go to LLAMA models, and if you search with LLAMA 3.2, you will see that LLAMA 3.2, 1 billion and 3 billion parameter model are available for download. So if you want to test with 1 billion, you can go ahead and just copy this. If you want to test with 3 billion, just copy this and then come back here, and here you just search it and you click pull. Because I've already pulled it, it's showing as it's already downloaded. But for you, if you click this, it will be downloading. It will take like few minutes and it will get downloaded, and it will be run using your LLAMA instance. Once that is done, we want to test usage. We want to actually test it with internet. So that is also you can do with OpenAPI. So you just go to settings, then go to admin settings and search, click on this web search. And this will be by default off. So just turn it on and select DuckDuckGo. Because if you select any other, you probably need some kind of API, but with DuckDuckGo, you don't need any API. So that is the best thing. So you just select DuckDuckGo. But yes, if you use the API, your result will be much better sometime. Okay, just keep that in mind. The other thing what you could do is come to interface and select the default models. But again, this is like optional. Or if you want to do that, you can do that. Otherwise, it's fine. Then we'll click new chat, and before we ask anything, we'll just click here and we enable the web search. So what this will do, any question that we will ask, it should go ahead and actually check it in the internet and then come back with the response. So if I just search here, what all product was launched by Meta on Meta Connect 2024, and if I just send it, the LLAMA 3.2 model actually don't have up to 2024. I think its cutoff date was December 2021 or 2022, but as you can see, it has been able to fetch the information from internet, and it's able to show us what all things that was actually launched on the Meta Connect 2024 conference, right? So that's how you can actually use it with or without internet, and you can actually chat with the model, and this seems to be a good model so far. But yeah, as I have said previously in many videos, I'm not a good model tester as such, so I'm not going to do like real testing. So if you want, just search in the YouTube, you should get a lot of more other videos on that. Yeah, so we will more focus on the real value of it. So let's go ahead and actually run the vision model now with a cloud GPU rented server. Okay, so let's proceed to the next section. Hey, I really hope that you're enjoying the content and also getting some value out of it. If yes, please don't forget to give a like to the video so that it reaches out to many other people like you and help you use LLAMA 3.2 in a proper way. With that said, let's proceed to the next section. So looking at the video, it seems like I was looking very horrible with the VR headset pop on over my head. So I have now stopped the video. So you should be able to see the entire screen now. So for this part, we are going to actually use Mast Compute. They are a cloud GPU rent provider because, as I said, my poor GPU can't handle the vision model. We are going to actually use Mast Compute for that. In my opinion, Mast Compute is already like almost half the price if you compare with the traditional AWS, GCP or other provider. So that is why I usually prefer Mast Compute for any other testing. The best part is, for example, if I use like RTX A6000, which is a 48 GB GPU, that comes around $0.62 per hour. However, if you use my tracking link and the coupon code, which I have partnered with Mast Compute for our community, you will get straight 50% discount on the price. So as you can see, with the coupon code, the price is now $0.31 per hour. I'll use the Windows SSH key. By the way, if you want to access the coupon code and as well as the tracking link, please click the link below in the video description, and I will get you access to the community, and I'll also send you the tracking link and the code as well as all the code file that I'll generate. Also, to be really transparent, the tracking link that I'm going to send you is an affiliate link. So basically, if you use my link, that will help me get some commission without any extra cost to it. In fact, that will actually help you reduce the rent cost straight 50%. And so please use the link, help support the channel to grow. Okay, so we are ready. So we are just going to do like deploy, and we are going to deploy the Ubuntu image. If you're not sure what we did, so we clicked on browse and then we went to base, used Ubuntu, selected A6000 from the list, selected one GPU. We don't need many. I used Windows PC SSH key, so I have created two SSH key, one for Windows, one for Mac. If you're not sure how to create SSH key, I will attach a snippet that I recorded separately for my other tutorial videos. I will attach in the end of this video, so please watch that to know how to actually generate an SSH key and use it. Then I have used the coupon code to reduce the price straight 50%, and then I'll click deploy. So it will take around 1 to 2 minutes to get my instance ready. And once the instance is ready, I'll show you the absolutely easiest way to run the LLAMA 3.2 vision model in the internet. Trust me, you literally don't have to do anything apart from running two code, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So just hang on a minute while the server spins up. Once it spins up, then I'll show you how to run the vision model and test it. Okay, so my server is ready now. As you can see, I'm just going to use ThinLink client to connect it. If you haven't ever used ThinLink client, just click on there and just download it for whatever ways that you are using and just install it. It should be straightforward. Now we will just copy our public login IP for the server. Go to our ThinLink client, open our ThinLink client, provide the IP, and as I have used SSH key during the initialization, I will use the private key. But if you haven't used an SSH key, you don't have to, that's not required. I just don't want to use the password, that's why I have created an SSH key. But if you do not use SSH key, all you have to do is go to option and in the security use password and instead, and then it will ask for the password and you just copy the password from here and put it there. Okay, so I'm going to use my SSH key. I'm just going to connect, and we are into our cloud VM server. So we have 48 GB of RAM and 48 GB of GPU. So that should be sufficient to run our vision model. So what we are going to do is very simple. We'll just click open a terminal, create a folder. Feel free to name any folder name, actually doesn't matter. And then we are going to copy this setup.sh script. So we'll create a file called setup.sh and copy this script there. Okay, so this script, what it's doing is basically installing all the required modules, and it's also installing the Python and also it's creating a virtual environment basically. Okay, and once it's copied, just run it, and this will do all the required installation. Now, how do you get access to the key? Again, use the same link that I was speaking before. That will get you access to the script. That will also get you access to the URL, the tracking URL, and the coupon code that will give you 50% discount. Plus, you will also get access to the community for free. Okay, so please make use of that. Okay, so the installation is all completed. Now what we have to do, again, go back to our VS Code, and we will copy this LLAMA file. Again, just copy the entire file and just paste it there. Now what I have done in the file is very simple. I have written down all the necessary steps that you need to run to be able to download the model and then use the transformer to load the model. And then I have also set up a Gradle UI project which will use the which will actually call the inference, and using the model it will generate the output. All of those things are written here in the code. If you want a real detailed walkthrough of this script, then please head out to the member section. So maybe join the membership, and I should be uploading a detailed video walking through the script. So yeah, if you can take the membership, that will really help the channel as well. But regardless, you are going to get access to the script anyway for free. So use the link and download the script and just go through it. It is very easy to understand. And I have also attached the README file, which will also explain you how to run the script. Okay, so in that repository. Now, the last thing that we have to do is just create a .env file. So we just create a .env and just going to copy the content from here. Actually, don't need, we just need this part, and we need to create a Hugging Face token because we need to download the model from the Hugging Face, right? So we'll go here, basically just click on the profile and go to settings and then click on access token and then create access token. Let's name it LLAMA 3.2 test. Click on read because we just need to download the model. We don't need to do any write. Copy this token, and then here I'm just going to paste the token. Oh, the copy did not work. So this is generally a challenge with the ThinLink client. Sometimes you just have to do a couple of copy to make the actual copy work. Okay, so now this is copied properly. The other thing I just want to remind you is that if you want to access any of the model, please make sure you actually request for the access. I have already got access to one of the 11 billion vision model, so I'm just going to use that. So if you see in the script, I'm using the 11 billion vision instruct model that I have got already access to. Okay, Now all the setup is ready. So what we will do is just we'll run this command once again just to load the VLLM. So now our virtual environment is ready. All we have to do just is run this file, and this will actually start download all the model that is required to run it. So as you can see, it has started downloading all the tensors file. So this process will take probably a few minutes. So let's wait and let me fast forward the video once the download is complete. So as you can see, it has downloaded all the model files and it is ready. So we can now go into the URL, and there you go, our vision model demo application is ready. So all we have to do is just go to Google and download a few photos just to test. So I'm just going to download a few photos. Let's see. So let's say llama. Wow, there's a really beautiful picture. So let me download this one. Let me not name it llama. So let me just name it sample.jpg. Let's actually search with llama with VR. Nice. Let's not pick the obvious one. Let's pick, I don't know, maybe this one. This one looks good actually. So let's download that. Sample 2, and actually download this. This is more promising VR pictures. I'll just say sample 3, and we will also, let's say, download some handwritten notes. So handwritten, maybe download a receipt. Okay, so let's download this sample 4. Okay, so let's go back and test our model. So we'll just first give the sample or the sample 1, open it, and I'll just ask, what do you see? For the first time it might take some, oh, it was very fast. I see a llama wearing sunglasses. That is right. Let's do another. Let's see what it says this time. I think the image quality, if it is too high, then sometimes it takes a little bit of time. It says it sees as llama wearing sunglasses, not VR headset. I think that's because of the transparency of this headset. Okay, solid pink color, that's good. Now let's try the other one, which was the llama 3. Oh, sorry, the sample 3. This time it should be able to predict. Yeah, I see a goat wearing virtual reality goggles. Brilliant. Now let's see the fourth one, which is our handwritten script. So let's again send it. So it shows a cash receipt. The receipt is dated on this, and amount of 16,000 naira. So 16,000, and maybe using this, not sure if this is naira. I mean, those of you who know, please let me know in the comment. But yeah, I think from this it figures out that this is naira currency and it's a school fees. Let's actually test one thing. So I'll just say only respond in JSON format. Okay, so I'm just saying what total amount you see. Only respond in JSON format, such as the following. It says 16,000. That's great. So that's working. That means this model probably can be used for creating applications, and that's what we are going to do next. So we are going to create a very useful application that I have been really looking forward to create for a long time, but because it will use the personal data on my own computer, I was reluctant to use any of the public API or any of the public models or the closed source models, really, because the application I was thinking of could contain financial data. I don't know actually what it could contain, because I'll talk about the problem in just the next section, and then we will sort out the issue with using the model. Okay, so now that we know that it works, let's proceed to the next section and spin up an application. Okay, so let's talk about the problem and the solution together, actually, to save some time. So one of the problem that I have is I usually take a lot of screenshots, like let's say whenever I'm seeing some interesting tweets, or maybe taking screenshots of some payment receipt. I don't know, there's like thousands of use cases where I usually take screenshots, and what happens, like over time my screenshot folder fills up, and then I really find it hard to actually find any important screenshot back. Basically, I'm very poor at doing all this sort of cleaning up stuff and keeping it arranged and all these bits, right? And this is where I was actually thinking that if I could use some kind of vision models which will take a look at the screenshot and then it will rearrange things for me, right? But then, because I don't know what all information or data that is there in the screenshot, I was not confident enough to actually send that data to a third-party provider like OpenAI vision models and others, right? So as a result, I was waiting for like a perfect vision model which is open source, which I can host locally, and it seems like the 11 billion parameter model is something that could be hosted, if not in my local machine, at least in a cloud setup like the VM that I have shown previously. So that is where I came up with this idea that we could create a screenshot organizer application which will do like automated sorting and categorization. So it will be learning like an agent. As I take a screenshot, it will automatically just use AI, analyze it and categorize it and just organize it properly, save it. And maybe it can also store it in some kind of vector database, so that I can just ask using a chat interface, hey, please find me the screenshot, and it can or please find me that receipt, and it can actually go back and fetch me that information. So that was the whole idea. Of course, it's not possible to build the whole application in just one like this demo, but I've kind of put all the key features here. Well, in this video, what I'm going to do is just going to quickly test whether LLAMA 3.2 is the right model to use or not. So for that reason, what I have done, I've already like created the Python file. It's very simple, but what I'm doing for the testing is I'm actually using the together API key. But then you can ask, like you yourself said that you don't want to send the personal data to any cloud provider, and that is right. This is just for testing. It's not going to be the final version of the this particular application, right? This is really privacy focused application. It's not something I would go and do monetize for, okay, or have any plan as such. So as a result, whatever code that I'm just creating here, or I have created, I'm just going to give you it for free. So again, use the link below, just order it for the free stuff, like all the code that I have shown you previously in this one, and the tracking link for the must compute and the coupon code as well. And by the way, if you do not want to use must compute, that's fine. It's absolutely fine to use any other provider like AWS, GCP, or maybe run pod or something, and the script that I'll provide you will still work on any of the VM. Okay, so that's how it is written. It's basically Python files, so it will run on any server. Okay, even on your own PC if you have sufficient beefy computer. Okay, so basically this script, what it is doing is very simple at the moment. It is a terminal based script at the moment. So if I run this script, it just needs a together API key, and then the best part is together AI is giving the LLAMA 3.2 vision model for free, absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything, and that is what is the best part, why I wanted to use together AI API, but I have never used together AI API before. So what I have done is I have used the process that I have shown you in my previous video, in the Cloudy video. In this video, actually, I have gone through the entire process of how you can use Cloudy or any kind of AI chat interface to create a complete app. So if you want to actually like this idea and you want to build it yourself, let me know, and maybe use the video, go through the process and build it yourself. That's fine. Maybe just post it into the community. I'll be happy. But yeah, again, the idea is not at the moment, I'm not going to build the whole app, but I use the same prompting structure and everything to create the basic code, basically the MVP code, as you can say it. And all I need to do is just get the API key from together API. So that is also very simple. Just go to this api.together.api and log in, and then just copy this API key, and I'm just going to keep the API key in the .env file. I'm just going to create a .env sample file for you so you can just get all the scripts. And yeah, that's all. You don't have to do anything else. I'm going to load screenshot organizer environment. So I've created a virtual environment, and then let's just activate the environment. You have a readme file which actually talks about everything that you need to do. Okay, so like what all things that you need to install. If you just install these three things below, python.env and together, that should work for the script. So yeah, before I run this, let me just show you a few screenshots that I have kept for testing. Let's say this contains various type of things like some application processing data, some animation data, like random stuff. Now what I'm going to do is like just run the script, and then just going to give the folder where all my screenshots are there, and then screenshots. Is it shots or short? Shots. And I'm just going to hit enter. It says the server is overloaded. Maybe a lot of people are using it because it's free. And let's try once again. Yeah, maybe their server is down. Yeah, I think Together AI API's server probably is overloaded for developers, or especially free developers like me. But yeah, I'll keep on try it, and once it works, I'll attach the snippet of that result either through the end of the video or maybe in the community section. Let me try and run it on my Mac. This is where I've kept my screenshots. And as you can see, it's working. I think there's some problem with my Windows machine, but yeah, this seems to be working on my Mac. And I think it will also work for you. Please try it and let me know if it doesn't. So if you can see now into the screenshots folder, now it has actually created a couple of folders, as you can see. And then if you go inside the folder, it has automatically changed the screenshot with the proper naming conventions. That's it. So our MVP or demo script is ready. We can now go ahead and create more of the proper application with all the features using the cloud steps that I have shown you in an earlier video. Use the link and get all the code if you want to use this. Okay, so let's proceed with my final opinion with the model, and then we'll close this video. So this is it for today's video, and all in all, I can say that LLAMA 3.2 is a great update for people like me for specific privacy related use cases, and also building few privacy specific SaaS application. So speaking of SaaS, I haven't yet tested LLAMA 3.2 for code generation purposes, and probably that's what we are going to test next. I have seen that Together.ai have already created a tool to create front-end codes based on LLAMA 3.2 vision model, and that's what we are going to test in the next video. So please subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the video. If you're interested in creating micro SaaS or SaaS using the power of AI or cloud, I have specifically created a very detailed video. You can click there and see that video. And if you are looking for creating SaaS without writing any code, just using prompt, you click this one, and that will actually take you through the entire process of creating SaaS without writing a single line of code. Okay, so please subscribe to the channel, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.